Hello.
Hi, you all right?
Yeah, are you?
Got your jumper on, that looks good.
It's only like 20 quid, I think.
Where'd you get that?
eBay.
eBay. I'm the
Yeah.
only one without one. Chris has got one as well, haven't you?
Yeah, you're letting the side down. Mine's last year, so it's not a new one like that.
No, it looks good. They look good. Right, are we ready to do this?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm a little hungover from last night, but I should be able to do it. Just about.
Is it a good night though?
Oh yeah, it was a very good night with the family, but yeah, feeling it now. Yeah. So we're talking about our top 10 moments of Only Fools and Horses, our top 10 Christmas moments of Only Fools and Horses. What's at number 10 for everybody?
Mine's Fatal Extraction.
Yeah.
Not my favourite.
No. And what was that moment, Chris? Remind us the moment from Fatal Extraction.
Yeah, to me, Fatal Extraction, which I've got higher up, I think obviously the background of that is Raquel and Del aren't getting on, so Raquel goes to Rodney and Cassandra's house, doesn't she? And Del's in the pub, rings up Raquel, sweet talks around. She's going to come back, I think, the next day, isn't she? Because she's put Damien down. So Del says he's going to change, etc. I'm not going to drink anymore. And puts the phone down and says, "Oh, Mike, bottle of your finest champagne." With that, gets drunk, and he's basically singing one voice singing in the darkness, isn't it? I think it's one voice.
Barry Manilow.
Barry Manilow. Causes a riot, doesn't it? The neighbours start falling out, causes a massive riot. So that's set up like that. Next day, picks Raquel up, and the riot's still going on, isn't it? And he's in the Capri. And I think the funny moment in that is where he does the horn, isn't it? The Dixie horn.
Yeah.
And they part waves, don't they? The crowd, which I think's hilarious. They stop rioting and they part waves. And is it Clint Eastwood? The song you hear in the background.
The Western is sort of like Western music, isn't it? Like a spaghetti Western.
That's it, Western. Yeah. And he's driving through slow, isn't he? He's driving through slow, and you see everybody in ski gear because he's flogging ski gear in that episode, isn't he? And he's just tapping one or two on the way. Hey, I've got your video recorder and such. I've got this for you, and I've got your microwave or whatever's ready, you know. And it's really good. I thought that was the best moment in that one.
Even with the police as well. He sold stuff to the police, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. There is Gareth. I don't know if you know Gareth Gwenlyn. I think he was the director. He's actually in one of the riot police in that. He got a bit of a part in that.
Oh, is he? Oh, I didn't realise.
Yeah. But
I think that's a fantastic scene. That's a lot higher up for me as well. My number 10 is Mother Nature's Son, where Miles visits the allotment. I do love this episode, but probably the funniest moment for me in that series, in that episode rather, is where Trigger says it's open 24 hours, but not at night. That's probably my favourite bit in that whole episode, to be honest. But I think it's a very underrated episode, if I'm honest, Mother Nature's Son.
Very famous episode, isn't it? I think when people quote episodes, that one's always mentioned with the Peckham Spring. Very poignant, one of the real ones. We had Hampson's Auctions, was it, Chris? I can't remember. It's Hampson's Auctions that sold one recently.
I think it was, yeah. I didn't see how much that went for, but it must have went for a lot.
I think it went for 8,000. I think it was one of very few left of the prop. I think there's only about 4 in existence. He said now, isn't there?
From the show, yeah.
But it's very detailed, wasn't it? On the back, he said it got all the writing of how it was made, etc.
You still got yours, haven't you, Chris?
Yeah, I've still got mine. It's just in the corner, actually. If can you see it there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I want a light for it, actually. You know, it'll light up yellow at night. I want one of them.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. But not my favorite. Say not my favorite little clip in that, but my. It's a funny one. Some episodes have a really good little scene in them, and some episodes are really good. Like that one is a good episode, isn't it? But I like it how they set it up. I mean, it's probably the best business deal they ever did, actually, isn't it? Yeah. You know, when you think of all the ones that went wrong, it's the best business deal they did. I liked it when he got Miles out, didn't he, to talk about crop rotation, which was absolute BS, wasn't it? It was, yeah. What did they do? Flip the potato the other way around, or whatever he said. And then he's just, what's that? And he's got a hose pipe running, hasn't he? That it's a Peckham Spring. And Albert does well in that, doesn't he? He says, oh, I've been drinking that Peckham Spring all my life, the best water I've ever had.
How old is he? Yeah.
yeah. 98, I think he said, didn't he? He's 98, you know, he's a bit, yeah. But I liked it at the very, very end, the last scene, they're in Brighton, I think, aren't they, in the hotel? And Del and
Grand
Raquel are in
Hotel,
bed.
I think. Yeah.
Sorry?
The Grand
Right.
Hotel, I think.
Grand Hotel, it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
famous hotel. And Del and Raquel are in bed, and he says something like, this time next week, I'll be in all the papers. Turns the light off, and then the bottle of Peckham Spring lights up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a great ending, isn't it? It's probably one of the best.
Yeah, without a doubt, without a doubt. Yeah, go on. So, do you want my number 10 then?
Yeah.
This is probably the most Christmassy episode, actually. So I think you know what I'm going to say. Christmas Crackers, Series 1. It's probably the most Christmas one of the lot, isn't it? Where you've got them eating Christmas dinner, you've got the watching circus in the afternoon, and one of them Christmas days where you get bored in the afternoon, don't you? You're just fed up. You've had too much to eat and you're fed up. But it's sort of this first time we see how bad Grandad is at cooking, isn't it, that episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Del, if you remember, is cutting the turkey, isn't he, with the electric knife. He says, we must put a plug on this thing, Rodney. And then they're just sort of talking, and then one line in it, not my favourite line, but Grandad says, who's Brenda and Terry? And they're like, what are you on about? What are you on about? And it's Sean and Shane, isn't it? So they don't know who the hell who it is anyway.
Shirley, Sean, and
but the
Shane. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Shirley, Sean, and Shane. The best bit for me of that episode is he's cooked the turkey, but Rodney says it could be Kiss Alive could bring it back to life, couldn't it? But he keeps the giblets in the turkey, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So they realise then they're eating the plastic and all that, and that's probably the best bit for me. And then he talks him round, doesn't he, Del? He says, "Oh, it's all right, Grandad, it's all right. Let's have pudding then." And says, "Do you like your Christmas pudding? Really well done." And that's like, oh god. Yeah, that's my number 10 anyway.
Yeah, brilliant. So we're on to number 9. What'd you go for, Emily?
Mother's Nature's Son.
Yeah.
And not one of my. There's some that episode, but not. My favourite.
And it's different because we're talking about moments, aren't we?
Moments,
So,
yeah.
as Chris said, overall that's a great episode. But in terms of moments, yeah, there's that at the end scene, like Chris said, you got that moment, and possibly where Trigger says about it's open 24 hours. But
Wait,
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that, actually, the 24 hours line. Yeah,
actually,
it's-
Emily, go on, say what you were going to say. That's a really good moment, actually.
when they've gone to the is it recycle centre or something, and then they wave goodbye, and Denzel Trigger's
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah, they're all luminous yellow, aren't they? Yeah, that is a really good moment, actually.
Yeah, that's a good moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gun that reminds me of the Gunge as well. He gets just preceding that, he's got Denzel and Trigger to get rid of all the Gunge, hasn't he? The yellow off the
Some
allotment.
sort of green stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
Or yellow
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
rather. Yellow
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, some sort of yellow stuff. And Del, I don't know, Del says, "Oh, it's all right" or something, and Trigger goes, "Right, come on then, Denzel." And Denzel's like, "Well, that's Del Trotter in there. It's not Albert Einstein." I think Trigger says, "I don't know what the Beatles manager's got to do with all this," which is obviously Brian Epstein, isn't it? Not Albert Einstein. Yeah.
Brilliant. He always thought he was right, Trigger, didn't he? Everything he said. That's what made it funnier, really.
He said it deadpan, like you say, didn't he? Yeah. Everyone else was idiots. He was the sensible one. Yeah, in his eyes. Yeah.
My favourite one's the Gandhi one. That gets me every time. You know, where he says, like, he's been, you only saw him in one film.
Yeah. What made
Every
one
time
film?
I
Yeah.
hear that, it cracks me.
Gandhi. Yeah. Brilliant.
My number 9 was The Frog's Legacy. Albert with the infrared massager in the market. Is this the one where he dances?
It is the one where he dances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like that moment. That was very funny. He just overdid it, didn't he? He really overdid it.
Yeah, oversold it. Yeah, this is the one where we first get introduced to Frederick Robdell, don't we? Which is poignant. It links to the very last episode, Sleepless in Peckham, where we do find out it's Rodney's dad, don't we? So yeah, Joan, played by Joan Sims, isn't it? Aunt Reedy from the Carry On film. She says to Del about, Freddie Robdon had left all his possessions to your mum, including the lost gold. So they're on the search for the gold, aren't they, in that episode? But like you say, yeah, he's in the market. It's the infrared penetration massage, and he's saying, "Oh, just stay still here, sir. You know, Dallas. Can you feel a warmth soothing through your body?" And he's like, "Oh, it's very therapeutic." And like you say, then he does a little jig, and they're like, the crowd, like, "Well, they know each other. That's a stooge, part of the act." And Del's like to Albert, we don't know each other, do we, sir?" And Albert says, "No, Del, we don't." And obviously with that, you know, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, of course." But I love the bit just after that. That's my favourite bit, the market bit. But just after that, you've got Del bumps into Trigger. They've just been the wedding, haven't they? Lisa and Andy's wedding, and they said it's a good do. And he swapped. Yeah, do you remember that, Emily? What happened? He swaps the cutlery, doesn't he?
And he's slagging Boise off for giving him a...
That's it. Yeah, that's it. He said, "You see the crappy present he bought because he swapped them round." And Del says he's tight, isn't he? And Trigger says, "Yeah, he is tight." And he says, Del says he's the sort of guy who has baked beans on Tuesday so he can have a bull bath on Wednesday, which I thought was a great gag, wasn't it? And then he comes out the car, Boise, doesn't he? Sorry?
I was going to say what you might be coming to it, actually. What's that really funny line that Boise says in that episode? I think you were about to say it, actually.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on.
No, I can't remember it. I was thinking you was going to say it.
Yeah, but he comes out the car all like smug as well, doesn't he? "Another fine day in Gotham City." And then Boise says, "Well, what did Andy and Lisa think of my present then?" Thinking Trigger will say, "Oh, brilliant." Trigger goes, "They looked at it, didn't think much of it. And what about his little gift?" Pointing at Del, he says, "Oh, he put his straight in the cabinet." And Boise's like, "Peasants or something." You know, obviously not unaware that they've swapped the things over. And like you say, the hearse comes up and with Rodney, doesn't it?
This is it, yeah.
She works for So Boise says, your minicab's arrived, Albert." Yeah, the minicab's arrived, and that was a line that Ray Buttard heard in a pub, and then it ended up being in the show just later, which is true of a lot of scenes, isn't it? Like A Touch of Glass, the chandelier was a true story of John Sullivan's dad that happened to him, didn't it?
Yeah, it's sort of based on a true story, and then it gets exaggerated, a bit like stories, really. I mean, they always get exaggerated.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think, are we on to number 8 now? Or
yeah,
my
number 9 was Fatal Extraction. If I said my number 9, and then my number 8 was actually Frog's Legacy myself. So we're sort of agreeing there, aren't we? Yeah, all of us. I think.
So we've covered on that. And interestingly, Thicker Than Water is one of my favourite episodes, but that's my number 8, actually, that moment that we're going to be talking about. I love that line. I mean, that's the most Christmassy line in it, in Only Fools and Horses. I think some people get wise men bearing gifts, but we get a Wally with a disease. It's brilliant, isn't it? Like the way Reggie comes to stay with them in the flat, and you really get a sense of what he's like, don't you? He's the opposite of Del Boy, really. And I like that moment, and I love that episode, but because there's so many funny moments, these 10 moments, that's just where it ended up, really. But
that's it. It's stiff competition, isn't it? Yeah, I think Red Schrotter visually is like Del, isn't he? He smokes cigars, he wears the jewelry, and he wears his sheepskin coat. But that line's hilarious. So he's come back, hasn't he? Basically, because he wants to kick Del out of the house. Really, that's his big motivation, isn't it? So he comes up with this rare blood disease, doesn't he?
A hereditary blood disorder, yeah.
a hereditary blood disorder, yeah. And that makes me laugh when Grandad says, "Well, I have to have tests," and Rodney says, "No, it's passed forward, not back." And then Del says, "You're most probably the carrier," which is quite funny. That, but I love the line. I don't know why, it always tickles me. Obviously, by now, Reg has got Del out of the family a little bit to a point, hasn't he? Del feels a bit out of it, so they're in the pub. And they're doing cards, aren't they? So I always love where he goes. He deals the cards out, Reg does. So he'll go, "Rodney, Dad, Kemosabe," as a reference to the Lone Ranger. I always love that line. I think it's hilarious, that.
He's also...
What was that, Emily? Repeat that. It broke up a bit.
My number 8's Frog's Legacy.
Yeah. So that was with Uncle Albert, wasn't it? Yeah. So you got that slightly higher.
Yeah,
You like
interesting.
that?
My number 7's thicker than water, actually. So mine, again, we're agreeing here a little bit, aren't we? Mine, the number 7's thicker than water.
I would be surprised if our top two aren't the same. I mean, I think they'll be the same, pretty much.
One's going to be the same for all three of us.
We'll see. We'll see. You never know. You never know.
Well, I don't know. I definitely think the top two will be the same, but in which order we'll have to see. Yeah. So we're on to number 7 now.
Yeah,
Does
I've said
everybody
mine's thicker than water. Number
Okay.
7 for me.
Yeah. And Emily, yours number 7 was Frog's Legacy.
No, number 8's Frog's Legacy. Number 7's Dates.
Dates. Oh, Raquel, the strippogram.
I
Great
do-
scene, isn't it? Repeat what you said, Emily. Sorry, it broke up again.
Yeah, that one, but it's hard to choose, like, in which.
Yeah. And it's such a classic scene, isn't it? I mean,
In
There's a lot of
Dell's,
classic scenes, isn't there, in that one?
yeah. Go on, Emily. Sorry, you broke up again.
it's Dell's face when he realizes it's Raquel. That makes me laugh.
Hmm.
Yeah. Raquel. Yeah. I can't do the face, but it's like that, isn't it? Yeah.
I think that the best thing about that, like you say, Emily, it's Dell's face. But when Boycie says, "Is this the?" I'm sorry, I'm trying to do Boycie impression. I can't do, but is this the actress you've been telling us all about, Del Boy? And everybody, the pub erupts with laughter, doesn't it? Then.
And then you hear Boyce's laugh. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I love it outside in the car park as well. Raquel says a couple of good lines. He's sitting in the van, isn't he, by this point? And I've just found out your name is Derek Trotter, not Derek Duval. And then she points at the van and goes, "And I suppose this is the Ferrari."
Yeah.
So Dell's rattled with that, and he gets out the car and he says, "Well, I might tell a few porkies, but one thing I don't do is wear stockings and suspender belts and flash me frockney bits at people." And he goes, "Do a Rodney?" And Rodney's like, "No, he's never done anything like that." And that's quite good as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that one could have, to me, 4 or 5 moments. I mean, it's brilliant. When they meet at the Waterloo station, isn't it? Brief Encounter, my favourite film. It's a bit like Brief Encounters, my favourite film. "Oh, I love it when the spaceship comes down." She's like, "No, that's Close Encounters." And obviously Nerys and Rodney.
Yeah, the chase in the van. Yeah,
Yeah,
that as well.
yeah.
But we're just choosing certain moments, aren't
Yeah.
we? So
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, that's a lot higher for me. A lot higher.
Yeah, and not a lot higher for me, but higher, yeah, higher for me as well.
My number 7 is the Christmas crackers, giblets in the turkey. That's my number 7. Yeah. I watched that yesterday, actually, that episode. It's a really good episode, and it is the most Christmassy episode, I think.
Yeah.
Got to be, hasn't it?
I did a quiz last night. That was fun, and I didn't notice this when I was watching. But do you know the colour of the Christmas tree? What's the colour of the Christmas tree in that episode? I got it wrong when I was doing the quiz.
I'd guess silver.
You're right, Chris. Yeah,
Oh.
well, you know your stuff.
I'll tell you what, I would have said green, but with you saying that, I thought, well,
Gave
I
you a little
didn't know it.
clue.
I'll be honest, I didn't know it.
I thought it was
silver.
white, but that was
Ah.
another episode. I think that might have been Fatal Extraction.
Yeah, they don't have it. We're talking Christmas episodes, but not every episode is themed around Christmas. I bet they only did 4 or 5 episodes that were themed around Christmas, didn't they? Really? You know,
Of course, with
so-
Fatal Extraction, you've got the carol singers at the end, haven't you? So that's quite Christmassy around the
Yeah.
big tree. It's outside the flat, isn't it? I think.
It is, and the twist is that Beverly's at the end, isn't she? She's at the end of the line, isn't she? The one that he'd been sort of going to go on a date with.
Creepy woman.
Everywhere.
What's that, Emily?
Everywhere, weren't she?
Yeah.
Corner.
Yeah, it was a bit freaky with her. You didn't know if she was following him or was she? Or what do you think, Emily?
Yeah, I think she was.
You're stalking him a bit, yeah.
And the answer phone, they'd swapped the answer phone for it was a baby cot, I think, wasn't it? I think they swapped the answer phone for a baby cot, I think it was, wasn't it? And at the end, it plays Del Boy's voicemail, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that's when they start rowing, isn't it? And that's when Beverly's outside. You know, it's done its job, hasn't it? Then she knows she's got them falling out.
Funny. So who's next then with their number 7, or have we given them all? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think I'm on 6. I've done Mother Nature's Son as 6, so I know we've covered that. In fact, I'll say number 6 is Mother Nature's Son and number 5 is Dates. So we've covered those two, haven't we, in terms of had a chat about. What about you guys, 6 and 5?
My number 6 is Christmas Crackers. My number is Thicker Than Water.
So Thicker Than Water's a lot higher then for you. Yeah, it's a great episode, isn't it?
That's interesting. Then me doing a quick observation there, we've got the top 4 are all the same, aren't they? I'm not saying in the order, but the 4 left.
Well, unless I
are the
spoil
top
it
4, I
now.
think. What on, then number 4 then?
Well, I've got to do number 6.
Oh, go on. Sorry.
I think I didn't speak about that. Fatal Extraction was
Okay.
my number 6, the riot scene. But I actually find Del singing one voice funnier than the riot scene for some reason. It always just
Yeah.
cracks me up when he comes home drunk, and you could imagine yourself doing that, really. And of course you've got people in the flats, haven't you, and they start to join in. They start joining in singing, and then they have a fight outside, don't they? And that's what starts the riot.
I think obviously Rodney and Albert obviously get up from that, and then Del gets up later and says, "What's the rowing about?" And Rodney's like, "What do you mean? You've caused all that or something?" I think
Del's singing. Why is he singing?
I think he says Kate Adie's out there as well, doesn't he? The news reporter.
Oh yeah, it's such a great episode. I mean, I love that scene. Both of those scenes they're up there for me. But yeah, number 6 for me. And were we doing 5 now? Did you give
5? Yeah.
Time in Our Hands? So have I spoilt it? Maybe, possibly.
That is an absolute shocker. That I'm not happy now. So you better explain yourself.
Well, it's just so hard. We're doing moments, aren't we?
Yeah.
This is the thing. Yeah, the fainting scene at Sotheby's, of course, when they finally become millionaires. Of course, Del faints first of all, doesn't he? I'm correct in saying, and then Rodney faints.
He does. Record 24.3 million. Never been beaten now.
But it's my favourite episode, so there you go. So as we're doing moments,
moments. No, you're quite correct. Interestingly, I've got an episode in a minute that I'm not as keen on, which is quite high. Yeah. So it's true that.
Yeah.
So you remember what the watch was? What was the watch? Who was the watch by?
The Lesser Watch, the George Harrison H6. Yeah, I know about the watch.
You've got the name wrong though. Wasn't George Harrison in the Beatles?
Yes, he was. Yeah. I had a few sherbets last night.
Well, here's a clue for you. Del always calls a bloke by this name, doesn't he? If he doesn't know him, what does Del always call him when he? Hey, what does he call him? Always calls him John, doesn't he? John. John. John Harrison, yeah.
It's John Harrison, yeah, not George Harrison.
But yeah, I love the fainting in that episode. I love the van out when they're in the van outside. Not bad. How much did we get? 6.2 million. We've had worse days, Rodney. And then you see the van rocking, don't you, side to side.
I probably prefer that moment than the bit at Sotheby's, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I prefer the bit in the van because I could imagine you saying that to someone you knew, like a family member or a friend, and doing that. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? But yeah,
difficult moments in that one, Chris, though, isn't it? Because you could have the one where they're in the pub as well, couldn't you? Of course, the standing ovation.
Oh yeah, because I mean, that's brilliant. I love that end scene. That always cracks me. It doesn't crack me up. It always touches me. Emily, you like the bit where Rodney buys Del the Ferrari, don't you?
Yeah, it makes me cry every time I watch it.
Rolls Royce.
Yeah, I'm getting everything wrong today.
And that's when it links to the pub, isn't it? Where he goes, "No, I'll get the sandwiches, Rodney, because you got the rolls."
That's it. Yeah, brilliant.
I always say Mike's very emotional in that as well, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, he's quite cut up, and I think he says, doesn't he? Orders the drinks, and he says, "No need to pay." And then and Del says, "Well, what on the slate, Mike?" He says, "No, on the house,
On the
Del." And
house.
you can see when he
Yeah.
says that, he's proper, isn't he?
And I think everybody was emotional about it, weren't they? Because you could see, like you've said before, we think that the applause looked very genuine, didn't it? It didn't even look planned, but it might have been. But yeah,
They
okay.
think that's it, then, don't they? They think the show's finished, don't they? They're not
Yeah.
aware it's going to come back, are they? At that stage.
Okay.
That's sorry. Just on that point, that's another argument for us all. Again, should it have come back? That's another good podcast.
That's another podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got to speed things up because I think if we all got to go after this because there's only 8 minutes left on here.
Yeah.
Not that long. But okay, so on to number 4. Emily, what did you select? Repeat yourself. Sorry, I couldn't hear. Try again. Breaking up.
Rodney Come Home.
Rodney Comes Home. Yeah. This is with Uncle Albert, isn't it?
It is one of my favourite scenes because it looks like David Jason's trying not to laugh. It looks like he's biting his lips not to laugh, which makes it even more funnier.
Yeah, it's so good, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got that as number 4. That's the 1990 Christmas special. This is the one. Isn't one of my favourite episodes, if I'm honest. If out of the 64 episodes, I'd probably put it in the bottom 10 of mine, if not bottom 5. I didn't think it was a great episode. But like you say, Del's pre-warning him, isn't he? Hey, Rodney's taking a bird out called Tanya. We've got to look really shocked. But he keeps getting it wrong, doesn't he? So he'll say, "You're going out, Rodney?" And Rodney goes, "Yeah." But he's saying it wrong all the time. And then when it comes to Rodney saying, "I'm taking a girl out," Del and Raquel are like, a girl, and Albert's away with the fairies then, so he has to smack him. Like Emily correctly says, that's when Del boy, David Jason, he cracks up, doesn't he? You can see it on his face.
Yeah.
Probably Albert's finest moment, actually, I think, or funniest.
Yeah,
it's definitely up there.
Yeah.
My number 4 was Heroes and Villains, Batman and Robin. Love that moment, of course, where they're running through the alleyway and they get stranded. They have to get to the party, don't they? And of course, but again, with that moment, I love that moment, but I probably find it even funnier when they burst in on the wake. I find it even funnier. It just always makes me laugh. It's a brilliant moment, isn't it? And again, with Boise, he always has a bit at the end, doesn't he? Because he says about being the Joker. When Del says to him, "You've come dressed as the Penguin," and he says, "No, Del boy, not the Penguin, the Joker." Yeah.
And they burst into the funeral, and then
that's my number 4.
I think one of them says, "Harry died yesterday." I think Boise says it, doesn't he? Harry, down boy, Harry died yesterday. And when he says Harry died, he sprays that, whatever you call it, doesn't he? Sprays that thing right in the widow's face as well, doesn't he? Harry died. But I mean, I know we're talking about that moment. Obviously, that's the one with 17 new handles and 14. 17 new heads, 14 new handles, isn't it? With the broom. Look after your broom.
Oh, if that was on our list, that would probably be my number 1.
Yeah, yeah. So that one's got a few, really, hasn't it? I mean, Tonto as well. Did you want to one?
We could easily do our top 10 trigger moments, couldn't we? Easily.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, definitely.
What was your number? What number are we on now? 4.
Number 3. Number 3 is Jolly Boys Out in the coach exploding.
I thought that'd be your number 1. You surprised me.
It'd be I probably stuck to the rules a little bit. It's definitely my number. It's quite interesting that, because you said about Time Around's been your favourite episode. It's my favourite episode, Jolly Boys Out, in which I've mentioned before, just a few times. But yeah, the episode's brilliant from start to finish. So many great moments in it, really. The Bic, isn't it? The Trivial Pursuit, when he says about the Bic, female swan called. Then Rodney gets arrested, doesn't he? Rude Gullet nowhere. So that leads up to the coach, doesn't it? Rodney's on the phone to Cassandra, saying, "Well, I don't think it's fair that everything Del touches goes wrong." And with that, we see the coach explode, don't we? They're all off the coach at this stage. It's that Mustafa radio as well, isn't it? From the beginning, where he's on the radio. We see the smoke on the coach earlier. Coach explodes. They're all watching it, and Del's funny. He just puts his arm around Harry and goes, "Don't worry, Harry. I won't tell you, Governor."
Yeah.
As if the governor's not going to notice the coach. that's
Oh.
exploded.
To smithereens. What was your number 3, Emily?
Same as
The same one. Yeah. But that was my number 2. So very close.
close.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the best moments. Definitely. It's definitely, if we did the best moments ever, it would be in the top 5 for me. That one, because as you say, Rodney's on the phone and he's saying that, you know, it's unfair to say that about Del, and then the comic timing of it, and then you've got that bit at the end, as you said, with the coach driver, and yeah, it's one of the best episodes, isn't it? Yeah, so that's my number 2. Sorry, we're having to speed things up now.
Yeah, no problem.
Is everybody on number 1 or?
I had number 2 as Heroes and Villains. Number
Okay.
2, again, we've mentioned that, haven't we? Yeah, brilliant episode from start to finish. But yeah, that was my number 2, Heroes and Villains. 1996 Christmas special, wasn't it? The first one of 3, the trilogy.
Yeah, brilliant. Emily, your number 2?
Same as Chris's again, Heroes and Villains.
Oh wow! So, that's interesting. I don't know. I think I've got a different number 1, and you might have the same. So, yeah, let's go with yours first then.
Time on Our Hands.
Time on Our Hands. Yeah, number 1. And for you, Chris?
Time on Our Hands.
Yeah. Mine was actually Dates, Raquel the Strippogram. Just as in a moment, a funny comedy moment. That's what I was thinking. You've gone for the more emotional moment, obviously. But yeah, speak about Time on Our Hands, both of you, for the next 2 minutes.
I think the little bit we didn't mention on Time on Our Hands was, as well, I love the bit where Rodney goes into the car showroom at Boyce's and says, that Rolls Royce out there, I want to buy it. And Boyce says, that's a good one, Rodney. What drugs are you on this week? So then he gives them the check, doesn't he? And he's like, and he's laughing, isn't he, Boyce? can't quite believe it. I think that's really funny. Like we said, the auction, them fainting, that was fantastic as well. So, and then the emotional bit in the pub, of course. What about you, Emily?
Like, they struggled so much and they deserved to have that happy ending, and everyone was like emotional for them because everyone knows how much they struggled. Yeah, just, I don't know, emotional.
That was quite good. When it's Raquel's, he's horologist, I think the word is a horologist. So he noticed the John Harrison watch and he's like, good God, I'm shaking. I've never been so excited all my life. And Del says, oh, you must have had a blinding honeymoon then.
Wasn't her dad that found it?
Raquel's dad, yeah. And that's the lovely twist that he's had it. They've had it all since 1981, haven't they? They've had it all that time. They've been millionaires all that time.
That was the beauty of it, yeah.
Yeah. And a real watch, of course, as well, that still hasn't been found, isn't it?
Yeah? I'd love to find it.
Yeah, definitely.
That's every only
diver's watch, isn't it? Is it something to do with diving or something? I think the watch was for.
It's diving, but it's to do with ships.
Yeah,
finding their position or something.
Underwater, like submarines or something. Yeah.
Well, that was great. So I think Time on Our Hands, probably number 1. Yeah, I can agree with that, to be fair. Have a very Merry Christmas, everyone.
Have a Merry Christmas, yeah, and a Happy New Year.
I think that's it. Thanks, Emily.
Nice, thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Emily. Thanks, Chris.
See you next time. Thanks.
See you next time. Good to see you both. Take care.
You too.
Au revoir.
History. Book history. Book history.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Will I have to have blood tests as well?
No, it's hereditary. It means it's passed on, not back.
You're most probably the carrier. It's a right blinding Christmas this has turned out to be, isn't it? I mean, some people get wise men bearing gifts. We get a Wally with a disease.
There weren't any giblets in it, Del boy. It was ready clean. Said so on the box.
I know it was ready clean, Grandad. What they do is they take the giblets out, put it in a plastic bag, and they put it back inside the turkey, don't they?
Do they?
Yeah.
You took the bag out, didn't you?
I didn't know it was in there, Bill.
Oh, my God. Wait, just a minute. What coffee did you make this with?
A jar over there.
This ain't coffee. Smell it. It's bloody gravy.
That's gravy. It's not my fault, it's in jar. Look at them. How am I supposed to tell the difference?
I'll tell you how you tell the difference. This one has on the label Maxwell House Coffee. And on this label it says Oxo Gravy Granules. That's a bit of a giveaway, really, isn't it?
Well, I was in an hurry and I got mixed up.
I'll mix you up in a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If you've made gravy in the coffee, what are they pouring over their dinners in?
This looks lovely.
Thank you.
All right.
Wonderful.
Rusty. They're only doing it. They're only out there doing it now. They're only pouring Maxwell Bleed now with their lamb noise wax and veg. I don't believe you. Not only have you managed to sink every aircraft carrier and battleship that you've ever sailed on, but now you've gone and knackered a gravy boat.
Listen, I'm sorry, I've got to cancel our date tonight. You know, I'll give you a call, so, right? Go on, sure.
Watch out, trotters about. Hey, watch out, trotters about. Hey, watch out now, trotters about. Hey, hey, well, come on, smile. Smile, sweetheart.
Don't touch me, Trotter. Don't come near me. Don't even look at me.
What have you said to her, Rodney? Me? I haven't said anything.
Don't try and blame Rodney. It's nothing to do with him.
Don't look at me either, son. I'm keeping out of this.
Look, oh, here you are, Raquel. Are you feeling better now, darling? Hey, Raquel, that could have hit me.
It was meant to hit you.
Will someone tell me, what have I done? What have I done?
This is the Only Fools and Horses Christmas special with me, Chris Watts, and Emily. How's it going, Emily? Merry Christmas.
Hello and Merry Christmas. Yeah.
So let's see your jumper. I've got my jumper on.
That's my
Oh,
jumper.
I love that one. I think yours is better than mine, actually, but I shouldn't have said that, really, because I got it for Christmas. But this is my one. Yeah, have yourself a
That's
cushy
awesome, though.
Christmas. It's nice as well. Yeah, I think it's good.
Got Del Boy in it.
Yeah, that's the main thing. So we're talking about the Christmas specials today. What are some of your favourites?
My one is where Grandad leaves the giblets in the turkey, and Ronnie goes, Del Boy's looking in, and he's like, "Oh, the sage and onion," and then Ronnie goes, "There's stuff in there as well," and then pulls a face.
Yeah, I mean, he did so many culinary disasters, didn't he, Grandad?
Yeah. Cook anything, could he? Could burn anything.
I burnt your pizza.
Del Boy, I burnt your bacon.
Yeah, Grandad was great, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And that's a very Christmassy episode, isn't it? Because they get the Christmas card as well, don't they?
Yeah. From
Shirley, Shane and Sean, is it?
yeah, Brenda and Terry.
Brenda and Terry. Yeah, that's it,
Shirley,
yeah.
Shane and Sean.
But it's quite funny because in my house, we do always get a Christmas card every year, and they don't live here anymore. It's really bizarre, to be honest.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Grandad also says about the cards because it's from the drug abuse centre, aren't they, or charity or something?
The Drug Addiction Centre, that's it, yeah.
And Grandad thinks they're recruiting druggies, but they're not. They're trying to help the ones that are around.
Yeah, that's a really funny line, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, where he says about instead of recruiting them. Yeah, so funny. That's probably one of the most Christmassy episodes, isn't it? I think it's Christmas Crackers.
Yeah. Like you said, that's the most Christmassy one there is, because the other ones isn't. I think that one you see more of the flat than you do anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, there's Thicker Than Water, which takes place mostly in the flat, doesn't it? This is where Del Boy and Rodney's dad Reg comes back to the flat after all these years, and I really love that episode because there's so many mentions of Christmas. Del Boy's like the ghost of Christmas past, isn't he?
Yeah.
And of course, he's got this hereditary blood disorder, and he makes out that Del and Rodney have got it as well. But then, of course, it turns out that it's all a lie. It's been a con all along. Yeah, it was very bad from Reg to do that, wasn't it?
It was. I love and hate that episode. I love it because obviously you see their dad from the real side. But I also feel sorry for Del Boy in that episode.
Yeah. And of course, Del doesn't want to tell the doctor about it to find out the blood test results because then he'd think bad of his mother as well.
Yeah.
So it was crafty, wasn't it, from Reg? Really crafty.
Yeah, he's very crafty, but you can sort of see where Del Boy gets his craftiness from, in a way, because of what he's like in certain stuff. So.
But of course, with Del, very much the family man, isn't he? That's where it was. Their characters are very different in that respect.
Yeah, they are, because Del Boy gave up everything for Rodney. Because in the later ones, when about engagement and stuff and why Del never got married, it's because no one wanted to take on Rodney, and he didn't want to leave Rodney behind.
Yeah,
You got to respect him for.
That's probably why the show is loved so much. I think the relationship between Del and Rodney, they love each other, don't they? I mean, Of course, they argue with each other, they have a go at each other, but at the end of the day, they do love each other.
What siblings don't? I argue with mine.
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. It's like real life, isn't it? It's very close. And yeah, those later episodes that you were talking about, I think of Sleepless in Peckham, where it's revealed that Rodney is Freddie the Frog's son. Yeah, that's a very emotional scene. And also, you were talking about their relationship. You have to think of the episode where Rodney gets married, obviously, holding back the years.
Oh, that makes me cry every time.
Yeah. It's when Del Boy looks at Rodney, isn't it? And Rodney looks back at Del Boy, and they sort of have that split second, don't they?
Yeah, every time I hear that song, it makes me cry. Because it's sort of like, if it was his mum or dad, that's how you look at your child when they get married, in a way. Because you're proud of them. So Del Boy is his mum and dad, in a way.
Yeah, and I remember talking to Jeff Stevenson. Do you remember that? That was ages ago. That was one of our first ones we did. And apparently they played Holding Back the Years at the dress rehearsal on a cassette player back then. And apparently everybody was in tears. He said that's how powerful that scene was. And that was just the rehearsal,
Wow.
It shows you, doesn't it?
There's been a few scenes like that where the studio's been dead quiet because it's been that powerful. But yeah, that's why Our Fools and Horses is good. Did you know that David Jason's actually a bar humbug?
Is he really? He doesn't like Christmas?
No.
He's got the Christmas jumpers on and everything.
I know. I was reading that 12 Days of Christmas with Del Boy or whatever, that book. Yeah, because he's always filming around Christmas. He doesn't like Christmas.
Wow, you wouldn't think that, would you?
Yeah, he don't like it. His wife calls him Scrooge. He don't like big crowds and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. You know.
Yeah.
And back to the episodes, of course, we have to talk about Uncle Albert mixing up Maxwell House with gravy. I mean, that is such a classic comedy scene, isn't it?
That's Time on Our Hands, isn't it?
Yeah, the original last episode.
Mm. That scene, that episode has a lot of funny moments, isn't it? In it, with the lift breaking down and who was it? Denzel and Mickey Pierce, was it?
Yeah.
Having to carry that gigantic table up all them floors. I don't know how many there is, but it's a lot of floors.
Yeah. Denzel's like, where is he? Yeah.
The bloody lift broke again. Yeah.
Yeah. But of course, it's because, isn't it because Del and Rodney are in the lift? Because he stops the lift.
He does, he stops it.
And that's one of the saddest scenes in Fools and Horses, isn't it?
Oh, it's a very powerful scene, and that's another episode where the whole studio was quiet. You can hear a pin drop because it was that powerful. And I don't know if you know this, but they wasn't allowed to rehearse it that much because John Sullivan wanted it to be as powerful as possible.
Oh, right, and raw, I guess, and real.
Yeah, he didn't want it over rehearsed. So yeah.
Yeah, of course, this is where Cassandra has the miscarriage. Del Boy stops the lift, and you know you can't run away in a broken lift. I mean, brilliant, isn't it?
Shall I play I Spy?
Yeah, W.
Yeah.
That's the game over then.
Yeah.
Walls. Yeah. Brilliant.
And then when Rodney's reading something now, and obviously we don't hear the full sentence because it just goes, Rodney is ... Because they're reading the notes on the lift, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rodney Trotter what? The lying git.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Brilliant.
And that's when we first meet Raquel's mum and dad, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, because he's the guy that finds out what the lesser watch is, doesn't he? He finds this in Del Boy's lockup, and it's on an old stove. Rodney's about to get the WD-40, isn't he? And then Raquel's dad says, I've always been interested in horology, doesn't he? And Del Boy's like, oh, I thought it was too good to be true. And he thinks it's horoscopes, doesn't he? He doesn't think it's to do with watches. And yeah, I mean, it's one of my favourite episodes. I love Time on Our Hands.
It makes you laugh, it makes you cry, and it makes you cry happy tears when obviously to find out the watch is worth millions and they become millionaires.
Yeah, and of course they faint, don't they? Del Boy faints and then Rodney faints. It's the other way around, actually. Yeah, I think Rodney faints.
When they get in the van and
they're
like, do you want to go first? Let's do it together. And they just stop, like the van just shakes because they're so excited.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah,
and of course, I love the end scene at the pub as well. I really love that. You know, when he turns up in his Rolls Royce. And of course, the scene you love, and I love it as well, but you've spoken about it before, is when Rodney buys the Rolls Royce for Del Boy.
Yeah.
From Boise. I mean, the way he does that is brilliant, isn't it?
Starts laughing when Susie reads it. The laugh's gone.
Yeah. I mean, I often wondered why he did buy it from Boise, but I suppose it's sort of to rub his nose in it, isn't it?
Yeah, because he's very big-headed, isn't he? And is it he
always boasts about his money, doesn't he? Basically.
Yeah. Oh, we can only have 2 lamb chops this week, or whatever it was that he said.
Yeah, smoked salmon, wasn't it? And like, I can't afford to heat my swimming pool and things like that. He says, doesn't he? Very all about money.
Yep. That's what it was all about, wasn't it? It's money.
That's probably my favourite Christmas episode, actually. Time on Our Hands, I would say. What about you?
Yeah, I think that one is. I think that one and A Christmas Cracker, them 2 are more. I think the first one, Christmas Cracker, is more funny in a way, whereas A Time on Our Hands it shows every emotion.
Yeah.
She was good.
It's not completely all out comedy, is it? Because you've got
No.
really sad moments, obviously, with Rodney in the lift. You've got really emotional moments when they find out how much the watch is going to be worth. And you have got gags as well. You've got the mixing up the gravy, Uncle Albert.
Yeah.
But you're right, there's more to it, I think, than Christmas Crackers.
There is, because obviously with that one, it shows that even though you might be going through something heartbreaking, it's okay to feel about stuff. Because in that generation, men was told to man up. So it shows that it's okay for men to cry.
Yeah.
Because it is. It's okay. Everyone
Yeah.
cries.
And also
Or-
Del, because if you think of Del Boy, and he's got a certain macho image, isn't he? Or he thinks he has. He thinks
Yeah.
he is a tough guy, really. He was,
He is.
particularly in the older episodes. And you do think of that scene with Grandad, don't you? Where he passes away. And obviously, Del says that he's always had to play the tough guy. He didn't want to, but he had to.
Yeah. He did to protect Rodney and Grandad. He had to be that person, because if he wasn't strong, then Rodney will fall behind, and then Grandad, he's the man of the house, isn't he? He has to play that.
Yeah, and he says, with Grandad, he says, I haven't even started to get over it yet, because Rodney's like, it was Grandad, how did you get over it so easily? And that's such a great scene, isn't it? That
It is, and John Sullivan was a really good writer to be able to show emotion and then make you laugh, like seconds after.
We've said before, haven't we, that's what makes the show, really. It's not just all out comedy.
No, it shows that things happen in real life, and not everyone's life is easy, is it? Not everyone has an easy time, do they? Yeah.
I think the actor who played Cousin Stan, was it? We spoke to him ages ago, didn't we? I can't remember his name now.
I can't remember his name.
He was in Strange Relations, and he summed it up the best. I think he said, it's pathos, only fools and horses. That ability to make you laugh and then to make you cry. You're one spectrum to the other. And he said it's the ability of being able to laugh about something, even if it's a terrible situation.
Yeah.
Because
you can't let things get you down in a way, can you? You gotta try and
get through it.
past stuff. And laughter is the best medicine.
Definitely, and we get lots of that at Christmas, don't we?
Yes.
How much do you watch Only Fools and Horses at Christmas?
The last couple of years I haven't, because I've always worked Christmas up until my heart got bad about 4 years ago. So during Christmas, when I was working, I never watched it because I didn't have time. But now, I tend to watch it on Christmas Eve, because Christmas Day is always busy.
On Gold, or do you watch the DVDs?
DVDs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't watch any last year, because a year today my mother-in-law died, so we didn't watch any. But yeah, can't beat Only Fools and Horses at Christmas.
No, I think last year I didn't watch it as much as I normally would, actually. I watched Time in Our Hands on Christmas Day, and that was good. All the family were watching it. And I mean, you can't beat it, really, at Christmas. It's the best.
No. I used to love, when I was younger, when I was about 9, 10, I used to get the TV guide and I used to plan what we was watching on Gold. And it always started off as Only Fools and Horses, and then it goes to like Vicar of Dibley, The Royal Family, and all that stuff we used to watch on Christmas. No one was allowed to talk.
Just laugh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame it's not like that anymore, isn't it, really? I mean, there's not much I look forward to that's coming out at Christmas, if I'm honest. I know I'm kind of Back to the Future in that respect, but
I don't watch all the new like Christmas stuff that come out on Christmas isn't as funny, and it's not as Christmassy.
No.
Whereas I can watch any Only Fools and Horses Christmas, and I feel it just feels like Christmas.
Yeah. Or even if they're
Especially-
not Christmas episodes, I
Yeah.
can still watch them and think it's Christmas. It's weird, isn't it? But I suppose they're always on at Christmas, aren't they?
I think what helps, especially in the Christmas bracket, is the really outdated decorations. Whereas I had that growing up. I had the gold and red things on the ceilings and stuff like that. So it reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah, they always had really funny Christmas decorations as well, didn't they? Like, didn't they have a white Christmas tree one year, a silver Christmas tree? It was never
Yeah.
like an ordinary Christmas tree. It was
I
funny.
swear they bought a new Christmas tree every year. It makes me laugh when Rodney's got the party blower.
Yeah.
And that's what they call it.
Boring, boring, boring. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he sets it off, and Dale goes, "Excuse me," because he thought it was him that made them.
Yeah.
I
Brilliant.
like circuses.
Yeah. It turned over and it's another circus, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And they're arguing about not going out because Rodney wants to go out. And Del Boy's like, "We're not leaving Grandad on his own. We'll leave with Grandad every night. Not on Christmas." And then he just walks past. "See you later, I'm off out."
Yeah, I'm not spending Christmas with you, Sue. Brilliant. Yeah. And a funny episode, well, I say funny episode, but a bit of a different episode was Fatal Extraction. This was with the stalker, wasn't it? Who works at the dentist. And Dale asks her out for a date, and she keeps popping up everywhere he goes. So, different episode, isn't it?
She was everywhere. Like, yeah, at the bus stop, in the market, Christmas Carol at the end.
Yeah, that was very
She's-
Christmassy at the end.
Yeah.
With the Christmas tree and the carol singers. But, of course, doesn't she swap the answer phone machine for a high chair or something
Yes.
like that?
And,
then, of
Del Boy's voicemail's on there, isn't it?
Yeah, cancelling the date. And, yeah, brilliant.
And you hear Raquel shouting at him and throwing glasses at him.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Not Christmas unless you argue.
Yeah, it's a different episode, isn't it? I think it's kind of based on that film, Fatal Attraction. I don't know if you've ever seen this.
I haven't.
But basically, it's very similar. He hasn't, although Del doesn't have an affair, but he has an affair, and then this woman, he ends it, and this woman goes completely crazy, like she wants to kill him. It's like that.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I
it's
might have
kind
to
of a
watch
thriller. Yeah, it's an old film now. I think Michael Douglas is in it years ago. It's like from the 80s or something, but it's not a bad film. I was just trying to think, though, there are other episodes that happened at Christmas, we think, like A Royal Flush. That's another one. Not very Christmassy, very
No.
different, wasn't it, in the country?
Darwin's Arthur Heather came up as well as a Christmas one.
Yeah.
At the
This is
end.
where he sort of adopts this kid, doesn't he? And
Yeah.
he wants to play the role of the dad, and he does for a while, doesn't he? And then it's a sad ending, isn't it? Because she's like, "I thought of you more as a brother." So yeah,
Yeah, it's a bit heartbreaking for Del, isn't it? Because he thought, "Oh, I've got a ready-made family," like in a way, because But then it is sad, but it's nice to see Del Boy in the family environment with a kid and doing stuff that father and sons do. So obviously he never had that, did he? But then at the end, she goes back to her ex, doesn't she?
yeah. I mean, he must have had that with Rodney, I expect, because he was like like he says, he was like a mother and father to him.
It was. Especially the way he goes through shoes.
Yeah,
Instead, doesn't
I like the bit where he says, "Used to wipe your tears away."
he? Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah. I don't know what else is a Christmas one.
What about the Riot one? Was that? I think that was out at Christmas, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And Strangers on the Shore, that come up as a Christmas one.
Oh, that's brilliant, isn't it? That's the Gary episode, isn't it? Gary?
Yeah, ain't that the one Which one?
Yeah, that's the Gary episode, Strangers on the Shore. It's the second to last episode.
Yeah.
That's
I haven't watched that one much, to be honest. It's not
Hmm.
my favourite, but I like Gary in it.
Gary, yeah.
I started talking to a guy ages and ages ago when I was working in Blackpool, and his name was Gary, and all I heard for weeks was Gary. Every time I went into the kitchen, that's all I heard.
Oh, I love it because well, we spoke to Nabil, didn't we? That was great. That was quite a while ago now, but
Yeah, that
I
was.
do love it. I love the episode. Honestly, it's one of my. It's definitely my favourite of the newer three. The last three, I thought it was the funniest, in my opinion, because obviously that whole scenario, just that one scenario of an illegal immigrant being in the Trotter flat, it's just everything about it is so funny. And
Oh, they walk
when
in
Del-
and they're like
yeah,
smiling.
and when Del cooks him a curry, that's hilarious, isn't it? And apparently he gets that all the time when he's out and about. People always shout Gary to him, so it just shows you the power of the show, doesn't it?
Yeah, because I don't know when it came out, but it's been out quite a while, hasn't it? And yeah,
After all these years. And I like the bit where they're sort of interrogating him before they take him to the flat, Denzel,
Yeah.
Del, and Rodney. And Denzel's like, he might be from Al Qaeda. And then Del was like, does he look like he works at a furniture store?
typical Del. Doesn't
So funny.
Boise stay over and put onion paste, like, doesn't he put like onion in his hair or something?
Yeah, Del's put, he's put like onion. All he can smell is onions, isn't it, Boise? And he's like, you smell onions? And then they don't tell him, do they? It's just so funny.
Oh.
But I suppose the last episode must have been out near Christmas as well, Sleepless in Peckham.
It must have been, because
I think, yeah, because the last three, they released them every year, didn't they? I think the last three.
yeah,
Something like-
I think so. I'm just Googling.
Yeah, it's hard to remember now.
There's that many.
But I love that episode. That's a very emotional episode, isn't it? Sleepless in Peckham. And I know a lot of people said it should have ended Time on Our Hands. That's another podcast. We'll do that one day. Should it have ended or should it have continued? We will do that one day. But I love the last three as well. So it's sort of like, yeah, I get it from both sides, if I'm honest.
The Sleepless in Peckham is where Rodney and Cassandra have a little girl, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's lovely because they had a miscarriage, didn't they? So that's the part of the story that's resolved.
Because they name her after the mum, don't they? They name her Joan.
Yeah, and at the end, of course, they're at the graveyard, aren't they?
Yeah.
And that's a lovely scene. Yeah.
That makes me cry as well when Rodney says, am I like him? And Del's like, no. You might look like him, but you're not him.
Yeah, nothing like him. Yeah, I do love that scene. Yeah, brilliant.
But it goes to show that you don't have to be like your parents. You can be your own person. You don't have to take after either one of them.
No, and it's obviously who you're brought up by, isn't it? And how you're raised.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Del did a good job.
the only similarities were his love of art and his height, really. There wasn't nothing else.
Literally. Oh, and his classical music.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't know if you've seen Rock and Chips.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I only saw it once, though. I need to watch it again because it's been a long time. So I forgot they went to Margate in an episode. I totally forgot about that, but apparently they did.
They went. It was one of the old Jolly Boys outing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got Slater on pills in background. I don't know if he was there like dancing like this because he's on pills. I
don't remember that. No. The only thing I really remember was in one of those episodes where the young Del boy, played by the guy out of the In-Betweeners, is it James Buckley? That's his name?
Yeah.
He sells these carpets at the end or something. And what's funny about the carpets, I can't remember now.
The blue and the lights and you get a static shock every time you touch it, or if you go near a light switch, you get a shock.
Brilliant.
Oh, trying to think what else is Christmas. When in the first one, and they're in the nightclub,
Yeah.
and yeah, they're trying to pull two girls. Del Boy's moaning that he stood up for too long.
Is this the one where they take their seats? Is that the one you're thinking of?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because they think that they're going to go with them, but no, they were just after their seats.
So Del goes, "Are you going?"
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going. Rodney, seats are here, and something like that. Yeah, yeah.
A lot of great episodes at Christmas.
There's so many.
Last year, I got an Only Fools and Horses Monopoly board. I still haven't played it, so I'm hoping this year to play it. Hopefully.
Just let me know because I want to buy that.
Well, I love that there's, like what you normally get, like an iron and all these different pieces. There's actually a trotter van that you can. There's different things to do with Only Fools and Horses that are in there, so I think that's really good.
That is really good.
Might play Trivial Pursuit as well, potentially. That's
Oh.
kind of Only Fools and Horses related, isn't it, with the Jolly Boys outing?
Yeah, because that wasn't at Christmas, was it?
No, I don't think the Jolly Boys outing was at Christmas. Not 100% sure, but it's not very Christmassy episode.
It isn't. It was only, like I said, the later ones aren't that Christmassy, so it's hard to
Remember, yeah,
remember
unless you
which one's Christmassy.
really delve into it. Sometimes we do if we get enough time. But yeah, I love that. Obviously, the Trivial Pursuit in Jolly Boys outing, that's brilliant, isn't it? With the swan and what's the female swan called? And it's just classic. A bit, yeah. Because he's playing with his pen, isn't he? He's like,
Yeah, we're both got, yeah.
funny.
Oh. There's another one I'm thinking of, and it's in my head.
Batman and Robin, was that out near Christmas, that one? That must have been near Christmas, I think.
I think it will. I'll have a look.
Because the last three, there was Modern Men, there was the Batman and Robin one, Heroes and Villains,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was Time on Our Hands. I think they were all around Christmas time, 1 year. I think it was only the last three that they did that were out every year. Like, but Batman and Robin, that's one of the best ones, isn't it?
Heroes and Villains is the 13th Christmas special episode for Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah.
It's that broadcasted in 1996 with 21.3 million watching.
Wow. As we always say, you'd never get figures like that today for live television. Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, you love that episode too, don't you? I mean, Heroes and Villains, it's classic. I love it.
It just, there's too many points in it that are too funny. With Trigger in a normal suit, I feel stupid and all, but he's in a black suit, he fits in. Whereas Del Boy and Rodney are in Batman and Robin.
Yeah, I came as a chauffeur.
Yeah.
So, when he says to Del Boy, doesn't he? You don't look a thing like Tonto, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he always thinks he's right, doesn't he? That's what makes Trigger so funny.
Trigger is very funny. Like, his character's just too comical. You don't have to say anything really for him to be funny. Like his facial expressions and stuff.
Yeah, like with the bar scene. If Trigger wasn't there, it wouldn't have. It was funny, but it wouldn't have been as funny. He amplifies it. He makes it better. And that's going to be our next podcast. After this one, Chris is going to join us, and we're going to discuss Trigger's best moments. So that'll be a good one.
Yeah, he messaged me about that one because there was one that he forgot about, which I thought was quite rare.
Yeah, it is rare from Chris.
Where is it?
But yeah, with Trigger, there's so many moments, isn't there? I know you like the one with the baby, didn't you? What are they going to call the baby?
Oh
And then
yeah.
after Dave,
Borneo.
yeah, that's so good.
There was two that I found that Chris didn't mention, and that was the Frog's Legacy, where Trigger tells Del and Boise that his sister, think it was his sister or someone, put up the gift that Del got on display, and Boise didn't know the swapped. So yeah, there's that one.
There's so many, isn't there? Even in some of the earlier episodes. Remember when it's his granddad's funeral and he's saying about golden beaches, and then Rodney's like, "Oh, that sounds great, Trig. Where are you going?" And he's like, "Ireland." It's funny. Although apparently people always say from Ireland, that's true. There are places like that in Ireland, but you wouldn't think that.
You wouldn't, would you?
No.
Yeah, because the island, you assume it's like rainy and
grass and yeah. But yeah, that would be a really good one, wouldn't it? When we discuss Trigger. I mean, one of the best characters for sure.
Definitely is. Definitely. Are you going to be watching the documentary on Christmas Day?
I hope to be, yeah. If not, I'll definitely watch it afterwards. I'm with my wife's family this year, so they're not as into it as me, unfortunately. But there you go. What can you do?
You're from my family, it's fine. It's just me.
In my family, love it. But yeah, but I will watch it at some point. So it's on Christmas Day. What channel is it? Channel 5?
I think so. I'll just Google that.
And it's a documentary, isn't it? Some people have commented, they're like, is it an episode or is it a documentary? But it's a documentary, isn't it?
It is, yeah, because David Jason's talking about the best bits.
Is it also with Sue Holderness, Marlene? Is she in it?
I think so. I don't know if Nick's in it or not.
Yeah, that'd be good if Nick is. I saw he was in Frasier recently, wasn't he?
Yeah, there's a lot of rumours going around that David Jason and Nick fell out, but they haven't. There's a lot of rumours going around about it.
I know Nick was on screen for a very long time because of his son passing away. That was the reason, wasn't it?
It affects anybody, but especially if you're in the public eye, you can't go anywhere, can you? It's always going to be. It's on Christmas Eve, Channel 5.
Oh, Christmas Eve. Oh,
yeah,
brilliant.
And it is a documentary.
Great, we'll have to watch that. Hopefully one day we'll speak to Sir Davies. You never know. Fingers crossed.
You never know.
This time next year, maybe. Yeah.
This time next year. You never know. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I was going to say something, I forgot.
What would you ask him if we ever interviewed Sir David? What do you think? Would you have to think of a question?
I think I'd have to think of questions so hard. Because it's not just that. It's not just, to me, it's not just Delboy. It's Granville and that guy from The Porridge, I can't remember his name in it.
Pop Larkin.
That's
well.
the one.
Yeah.
From,
what's it called? Darling Buds of May. That was a really good series. That was with Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah.
Touch of Frost. He was in that. It's been everything, and it's hard to. I don't know what I'd ask him, to be honest with you.
Well, we've got time to think.
I'd ask him to sign a book.
The voice of Danger Mouse, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was. But he's also done like musicals and stuff like that, hasn't he? He was in A Christmas Carol.
Done all sorts over the years.
That was the first Christmas thing he ever did, and it was on TV. I don't know that.
I did see this one interview with him, and I reckon people must call him Delboy all the time, and he gets a bit annoyed with it because he got interviewed and he was like, "I'm not Delboy." he said, but I can kind of get that, because I remember when we spoke to somebody else, and I can't remember who it was. It was one of the actors from the show, and he was saying about how Nicholas Lyndhurst always would get that wherever he'd go. It'd be like, all right, Dave, you know. So I can imagine that if everybody you meet says that to you, it would get a bit annoying, wouldn't it? In
It
fairness.
would. I saw a post on one of the Owen Falls and Horses pages that I'm on. They saw Denzel in like a supermarket, and he or she went up and went, "You're right, Denzel," and he ignored them because, they were saying that it was rude. So, oh no, he's not rude. You'd have gone to him by a character's name, not by his real name. So
Yeah, it's better to call him by his Paul Barber. Yeah, you're right,
Yeah.
Paul. Yeah.
But it just shows a bit of respect, doesn't it, in a way, I think. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I can understand people getting carried away, though. They see somebody they love from years and years ago, and then instantly they think of the character, they shout out the name. You know, it's hard to show self-control in that situation.
Yeah.
I bet.
I bet it does. Because I've only met one famous person. Yeah, it was James Arthur, the singer.
Oh, okay. X Factor, was it?
Yeah, he won X Factor. I've only met him,
The
so.
one, didn't he? Yeah. But was you all right with him? Did you say hello? And what was it like?
I went to a concert in Winter Gardens. We didn't get tickets, but we managed to buy tickets on the door. So we went in, and it was January, freezing cold, and we waited outside for an hour, and I got a photo with him.
Oh, great.
We didn't get long. We said hello, blah blah blah, and that was it. But it was
Well,
lovely.
at least you said hello. A lot of people they get flustered, don't they? And they can't say anything. They're like,
That'd be me with David Jason. If you ever meet David Jason, I wouldn't talk. I'm dead shy.
I'd have to meet you. I'd be like, yeah, you got to ask some questions. Yeah.
Starstruck.
Yeah. Well, have a very Merry Christmas.
And you too. Merry Christmas and all the best for the new year.
Yeah.
This time next year we'll be millionaires.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
By naming every single episode in chronological order and see how quick I can actually do it. So here goes. Big Brother. Go West Young Man. Cash and Curry. Second Time Around. A Slow Bus to Chingford. Russians Are Coming. Christmas Crackers. Long Legs of the Law. Ashes to Ashes. A Losing Streak. No Greater Love. The Yellow Peril. It Never Rains. A Touch of Glass. Diamonds Are for Heather. Homesick. Healthy Competition. Friday the 14th. Yesterday Never Comes. May the Force be with you. Wanted. Who's a Pretty Boy? Thicker Than Water. Happy Returns. Strained Relations. Hole in One. It's Only Rock and Roll. Sleeping Dogs Lie. Watching the Girls Go By. As One Door Closes. Hunt to Hullenbach. From Prussia with Love. The Miracle of Peckham. The Longest Night. Tea for Three. Video Nasty. Who Wants a Millionaire? A Real Flush. Frog's Legacy. Dates. Yuppie Love. Danger UXD. Chain Gang. The Unlucky Winner Is. Sickness and Wealth. Little Problems. Jolly Boys Outing. Rodney Come Home. Sky's the Limit. Chance of a Lunchtime. Stage Fright. Class of 62. He Ain't Heavy, He's My Uncle. 3 Men, a Woman and a Baby. Miami Twice, The American Dream. Miami Twice, Oh to Be in England. Mother Nature's Son. Fatal Extraction. Heroes and Villains. Modern Men. Time on Our Hands. If They Could See Us Now. Strange on the Shore and Sleepless in Peckham. So not too bad there. I think I've named every episode there. I'm going to check before I post this because if I've got one wrong, then it doesn't look so good. So I'm very proud of that. Some people will say sad. My family are proud, but then I was created by a germ warfare off the Deptford coast, but I'm still proud. And I'd just like to say Happy Christmas and Happy New Year
And bonjour for now. Bye, everyone.